Almost 4 million people lost their jobs in 2008. This is arguably going to be one of the biggest recessions we've ever seen. Depressions, I keep calling it, because I do truly believe it will be a depression. This video is hopefully going to allow people to maybe reassess their current working environment, potentially be able to hopefully look into a field that will be more job secure for the upcoming depression. What is the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Old Sell. Hope of course you are all well. Today's video is going to be quite gloomy. It's all quite gloomy at the minute. There's not much positivity out there. Today we're going to explore what jobs will be the safest and what jobs will be, unfortunately, the ones that will suffer the most. I firsthand can speak about this. I, although was only young, many moons ago, in 2008, when I went into university, I decided, well, my mum forced me down the route of being a quantity surveyor. I wanted to get into computers, but she didn't see any value in that. And that's a tip for any kids: don't listen to your parents. Things were going good, and then the crash came. I went into university lecture hall in the next year in 2009, and yes, I did pass my first year. I went in and there was at least half of building surveyors, quantity surveyors, architects, engineers gone. They had all left, whether their parents seen the light and told them, you know, stay away from this, or they just realized, dumb, no point being here. Well, I sat about, I enjoyed the party scene, and I didn't really understand what recessions mean when I was only 18, only out of school. I was enjoying the single life, being away from the household, so I seen the benefits from that. Right now, I am fully switched on, and I've learned from those mistakes and what things can happen. So the first on the list, surprise, surprise, is going to be the construction. When times get hard, purse strings get tighter, people stop buying houses, which we're seeing. As of today, the interest rates from my last video, which is 4.4%, I did a market remortgage video, it is now 5.6%. Interest rates are going up, houses will stop being built, the housing crash is inevitable, that is coming, house prices are already pulling back. Anyone that is in the construction trade should be nervous. I am a quantity surveyor, I am in the construction trade, so I am right up there with the ones that should be worried, speaking from first hand, not being able to get a job. But I can tell you now, there is a way around that potentially, and that is by getting into a public service job. I moved into the construction trade within the public domain. That way it protected me. Yes, the sky won't be as high potentially in terms of pay, but looking at what's happening down the road, I think I've made the best move there. So that is something that you could look at doing, perhaps moving into the public domain to help protect yourself as best you can. And there is a lot of jobs in the public domain right now, because we've talked about the baby boomers, we've talked about the people that are turning 60, it's retirement age, they're leaving, all these new intake of people are coming in. So there is plenty of jobs in the public domain. So make sure you're looking. Worst jobs in a recession, the hospitality sector makes complete sense. People are tight on money. They're not going to be splashing out on hotels, especially the cost of hotels now, inflation. I know so many people that have already went, I'm not paying that, including myself. Stop wasting your money on trips and holidays and all that there. Get out of that cycle, keep your money, wait for the crash. Good times come with people that have money. That's going to be the same as tourism, and then the knock-on effect within that. Think about all the jobs that will be affected the whole way through. Flight attendants, air traffic controllers, crazy. The leisure, camp counsellor, park rangers, athletic directors, coaches. Back in 2008 and prior to that, people used to pay 6 months memberships, a year membership, registration fees. I remember signing up to my first gym and having to pay like £40 just to sign a bit of paper to say I'm a member. Ridiculous. It did bring good change. It brought through pay monthly, even 24/7 gyms with no on-site security, just the security cameras, PIN, logins, and then PTing. It's so cheap now. Everyone's a PT. It costs £10, £15 for an hour session. It's a no-brainer for a lot of people. Oh, I'll pay for that. But what happens on the flip side? What happens when, okay, energy bills are up, which they are, food bills are up, which they are, gym memberships are going up. Well, hold on here. What do I need here? Do I need my water? Do I need my kids fed? Yes. Do I need my roof over my head? Yes. Do I need my 25 a month gym membership? Maybe my PT? Probably not. I used to pay for online subscriptions as well. I don't do any of that now. You don't need to. YouTube's there, information's there. You can track your calories, you can motivate yourself. It'll be inevitable that a lot of gyms will close, but what will the new trend be? How will they survive? This is what's going to happen. You need to be in a business and you need to start thinking, well, what can I do differently that will be recession proof? These are the luxury items that people will look at and go, I don't know if I need my nails done every 3 weeks. Do I need my hair cut every 3 weeks? The skin fades every 2. No, I'll stretch it out. These are the type of things, unfortunately, that people will cut back on. Retail jobs, anything that is a luxury item, things that people don't really need. Do they need the latest iPhone every single year? No, absolutely not. You don't need it at all. car sales. Told you on the channel, I've sold my car, sold everything. I'm trying to sell everything luxury because I know what happens at the other side of this. Everything goes down, everything's low and cheap, and you buy it all. This is how you create your wealth. This is how you become literally everything you want in your dreams. Get reserved, sit back. Who cares if people don't think you're driving the nicest car? Who cares if people don't even think you have a car? Who cares if you're wearing clothes that are 2-3 years old? You keep your money safe, you do you now, and when this all goes poo-poo and everyone that's on Instagram is all boo-hoo because they can't keep up with the lifestyle no more, you can go out and just start spending it all around and grow your wealth. The financial crisis led to 3.7 million job losses. This was reported in the Sky News in 2013. This was the aftermath. This was the statistics that came out. It is incredible. That is a serious amount of people that lost their jobs. And within that brought 0-hour contracts, the chaos that we've only really feel like we've got out of now. Automation is going to become key. We've even talked about the likes of the robots that Tesla are bringing out, how that will affect factory workers. These types of jobs are going to be pushed out. Why? Because companies are going to start feeling the pinch. When they start feeling the pinch, we've already seen the mass job losses that most companies are doing. The best companies in the world who are financially stable are cutting jobs left, right and centre. So what's going to happen when a machine can be bought for £20,000 that will give you 5 years of manual labour, or a man that's sitting there looking to do the same job, taking annual leave, that's probably tied in with some sort of union? Trust me, those are the types of jobs that will start to get phased out just in general, and the types of recession allows companies to be able to make decisions more ruthlessly and more quickly than what would ever have been anticipated. Touched on hospitality and tourism jobs. The arts and entertainment job, unfortunately the most creative things in the world get hurt really, really hard here. I don't need to go into any more of that. Recruitment agencies, no point recruiting if people are getting sacked. Restaurant workers, people aren't eating out as much, they're saving their money, they're staying in. It's just so grim. I feel like, honestly, I'm so depressed by reading this. Of course the real estate jobs are going to really hurt. When my first jobs was real estate, I had to work on commission. What a tough job that was, especially in 2010, trying to do a commission job in an industry that's on its knees. Public service job, number one, that is the safest place really you can get into. These are other recession-proof, if you want to call it that. You can probably think of it. Healthcare, you're always going to need that. So anyone in the health profession, your safest houses, public safety, firefighting, police officers, anything like that, of course, is going to do well. Teachers, kids, education, law, paralegals, judges, people like that make the decisions, of course, are always going to do well. Mental health professions, again, school counsellors, I feel like it kind of doubles up as your public service domains. Utilities, of course, people out servicing your rail tracks, people that are out servicing your water, your electricity, especially right now. Trade worker, depends. Again, I look at this one and go, not so sure. I think, you know, construction in itself will be hard, but a good tradesman's always going to be good, always in demand. There's always going to be work needing done. So again, I maybe try to look at more public service jobs, try to build your brands, try to look at what am I doing a bit different than the competition. Try to stamp yourself out. Definitely get online, because people competitively look online for deals and stuff, so make sure that you have an online presence. Grocery stores, of course, you're going to need your man and buying the shops, of course, absolutely. Things that are doing popular now, like Amazon selling. I've set up my own Amazon business because that's going to be recession proof. You have delivery services. People love getting things delivered. That's going to do well. You'll find Amazon delivery drivers. Amazon's going to be more and more profitable during these hard times. And just as I said at the start of this video, the graduates will suffer the most. The next generation of people are going to have a lovely way into society. I've talked about it in other videos that we get taught in school to go to school, go to university, get into the debt-based system, go to university, take out a huge unnecessary loan of £10,000 to £20,000 to go to university, to get a bit of paper in probably a degree that is pointless. Don't go to university. I truly regret doing that. I wish I could go back to 18-year-old me and go, don't do university. There's so many ways to make money. If I had got into YouTube in 2008, could you imagine? I'd be a multi-millionaire right now. It's ridiculous. Think about what's hot, what's trending, social media, selling stuff. That is the key. That is it. You need to get momentum. If you're young, that's where I'd be going. I wouldn't be wasting my time getting into the debt-based system, unless you're like incredibly smart and you know, worthwhile, and you're passionate about being like a doctor or something. But if you're thinking about going and doing art design or stuff, and I'm not disrespecting art people at all, but unless you're really super talented or really gifted, look at it and go, am I the best in the class? Have I been the best at doing this the whole way through school? If the answer is no, then don't do it. Do not get yourself into that system. You're going to come out, look for a job, and there's going to be 100 people looking for the same job, and every single one of them is going to have more experience, probably more desperate, will do the same job for the same money you're looking. So that is the video. Absolutely grim. But hopefully you can see maybe where you can get into, start thinking about how can I adapt my service to be a bit different, stand out from the rest. That is it. It's all about that now, and make those changes now. I'd say you've probably got realistically 6 to 12 months before this really gets bad. So you've plenty of time to change, plenty of time to maybe look for a different job. Jobs are still abundance right there. There's a lot of people retiring, as I said, in the public service. Just think about things that you can do now to change. Try to get a side hustle. You've got to. This is the only way to get financially free. You've got to capitalize on this. Do not do credit cards. I feel like I'm banging the same drum all the time. No credit. No credit cards. Don't get into the debt-based system as best you can. Try to get side hustles. Try to get as many sources of income coming in. Create a YouTube channel. Create a course. Buy stuff from China. Ship it in. Sell it on Amazon. Create a brand. Do these things for the future that you want. That is the video. I hope to God it has helped some people. Please leave your comments down below. What's your worst fears with this upcoming recession/depression? I'll be back covering other videos. If you are interested, please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. Really appreciate everybody that does that. And if you're interested in one more video, check out this one. This is how to become a millionaire. It's just going to pick up your spirits. This is about the good times. This is about what happens at the end when this is all down. You sat there with your cash and you pump your money in. This is where you will end up if you do these simple checks. Very achievable, very easy to do. I'll catch you in the next one.